Thank God, okay? Just thank God they won. We about all had a heart attack in the first half. Got it to 10 at halftime, which is what we all asked for. And then Donovan Mitchell, at times, seemed to be on one leg. Did something that I've only ever seen one other guy in this town do. And you know who that guy is. I'm going to take this team of a bunch of guys playing subpar, and I'm going to will them to a victory. Now, was that an NBA Finals game? No. Is that supporting cast maybe a little better than what LeBron had sometimes here? Sure, I get it. But what Donovan Mitchell did yesterday, and what he did in those two games, only trailing Allen Iverson for NBA history for the most combined points in games 6 and 7 of a series on a bum leg, is one of the most impressive things that I've ever seen happen with the Cleveland Cavaliers basketball franchise. You advance, I guess survive is the word, because we're coming out of it like, what's his name, Randy Marsh? Like, I didn't hear no bell. I didn't hear no bell. We're limping our way into a series against the Celtics that starts tomorrow night, but I'm all about recapping this series. The excitement, what a win. You did it at home. It didn't look good for a good chunk of it. You found a way to advance. That's all I care about. We set everything else to the side. Yeah, there's some things we need to clean up and get better on. We'll discuss that and Donovan Mitchell's place in history when it comes to the Cavs. We'll discuss that this morning. History, I guess, being made with the Guardians. You finally get Manzardo. He's here. We have something really cool. Something really cool brewed up with our friends over there at Tipico. Not Garage Beer. They brew great beer. But we got something cooking over there with our friends at Tipico with the guards. We'll get to that coming up. We got the grid. We got timeout. We have a very savory bracket, which we'll get to about Cedar Point. We got it all on a Victory Monday right here on Big Play. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Matt Fontana. He is Ryan Tyler. Man, did that feel good. Yeah, it didn't feel good for a while.
No,
it did not feel, bro. That first half, I think I was like every Cavs fan. I was legitimately texting people about who we were trading.
See, I knew better, and I knew better. Because
all right, good.
I tweeted at the end of the game. I didn't tweet a single thing during the game because I just knew
just couldn't
whatever
do it.
happened. I'm
Couldn't
like,
do
I'm
it.
gonna go back. I'm looking like an idiot. I'm not saying anything until the game's finished. I tweeted. I specifically saved this one tweet for the end because I didn't want to tweet anything. I said they found a way. They advanced.
That's it.
The end of
That's
it.
it.
That's all that matters.
I have to say this because it's the truth. Thank God we played Orlando. Thank God. You cannot do that against Boston. And I know that it's going to be a mountain to climb against the Celtics, and there's a lot to be taken of this series coming up. Orlando should have buried you. They should have buried you. Now, here's the nice thing. Their offense is putrid because when you're trying to bury a team, offense is the way that you do that. Yeah, you can play lockdown defense, which is what Orlando tried to do, but eventually guys got hot. Eventually we started hitting some shots. And in that first half, I think that was probably my biggest takeaway was early in that game, bro, we could not buy a bucket. You were getting open looks. You were getting good shots, and they were not falling. Mobley wide open looks. Niang with good looks. Garland, like all these guys were getting shots up and they just were not falling. For some reason, I have no idea why. Well, actually, I think I know why. The Cavs looked dog tired, man. They looked like they were limping around. They looked tired. Donovan, where he looked like Superman for a chunk of that. It looked like somehow, well, not even super. He looked like Bane, and somebody injected him with the venom or something. Like he all of a sudden just hulked up. That's a lot of superhero references across both sides of the board there. Like he just hulked up and said, "All right, let's go." On a bum knee, by the way. But thank God it was Orlando, because I think any other better team, they would have buried you. I'm not apologizing for that. I don't care. Because the Cavs still took it upon themselves to find a way to get this win, and you advance on. There's a lot of conversation, but still looking at that game and understanding that the Cavs had to have something we have discussed a lot about, and that was some mental fortitude. Some other types of fortitude, you know what I'm talking about. They had to have something deep inside of them say, we're going to step up. And it really started in the end of that second quarter. Because if you were going to go into halftime down 15, down 18, you were going to be sunk. They got it to 10. And you started feeling the crowd getting alive, and you heard them talking on the TV. They're talking on the radio broadcast. Like, you felt the tide starting to turn. And then my fear started to creep in of, I don't know if they have anything left. I really did not know if they'd have anything left coming out into the third quarter. And then what has been our issue quarter for this series? The third quarter. We were not coming out of the locker room well, and the Cavs found a way to persevere and get a win. We focused Donovan Mitchell this morning. And Ryan, you just sent the question out because I saw a lot of tweets about this yesterday. We had an opportunity to sleep on it. Is he the second best Cavalier in history? We all know who number one is, and I don't ever think that'll be touched. Is he now the second best Cavalier in history? Options, right? Kyrie Irving, Brad Doherty, Mark Price, maybe Austin Carr, Kevin Love. And I think what I saw Donovan Mitchell do in these past two games is so reminiscent of LeBron. And I understand that it's LeBron. That is a tall ask to try to compare anybody to LeBron. And I know it's a first-round matchup against the Orlando Magic. I saw Donovan Mitchell do something that I've only ever seen LeBron do. And that was take a group of guys, and I'm not even knocking necessarily this group of the Cavs, but they were playing like crap. They were not playing well. I know they're better than that, but they weren't playing well. And I saw Donovan Mitchell on a bum knee. Go ahead and jump on my back. I'll take you guys to this win right here. Go ahead. Come on. Getting knocked down, laying on the floor while like all of our just kind of holding our breath, making sure he gets up. The effort that he exuded yesterday, but also the confidence, the killer mentality to say, I'm not going to lose this basketball game. I'm going to do what I need to do to win this basketball game. And then eventually, yes, thank God we finally hit some threes. Donovan Mitchell could only do so much. You finally got Darius Garland to hit one. You finally had Max Strus splash one down. You had Evan Mobley start to step up. But that is all starting with Donovan Mitchell. And when I'm saying that I saw something that I've only ever seen LeBron do, Ryan, he has now taken it from me. For reference, it was Kyrie Irving. For me, it was Kyrie Irving. Donovan has now superseded that. He is number 2 on that list. And I don't sway people too much on the votes. You vote as you please. I want to see how it goes. I'd be very interested in people to say no. And I'd like to hear your vote.
It's actually leading so far.
No?
Yeah. I mean, it's only 20 votes.
Sure, we got time. We got time at Matt Fontana Show.
It's Kyrie, 100%.
Oh, and by the way, go retweet our Quan t-shirt. We're going to announce that in hour 2. We'll announce the winner in hour 2. We have a tweet up at Matt Fontana Show. You retweet that. We'll pick a winner later in the show to grab a great Guardians baseball t-shirt from us here at Big Play. So we'll get to that later. I'd be interested to hear the person.
It's Kyrie.
Is it Kyrie?
Like, that's who they're, yeah.
That's 100%. Some of the responses are Kyrie.
Because I'm kind of glad this question came up, Matt, because literally when I went to Cincinnati, so last week when I missed the Friday show, I had this conversation with 2 of my buddies who are big basketball heads. But it's interesting because they're big basketball heads, but not Cavs fans. Like,
okay, then they're a good barometer.
That's what I'm saying. So they're pure NBA junkies.
Sure.
And I was telling them, guys, I think Donovan Mitchell is better than Kyrie Irving. And that was no shade to Kyrie. And this was before Game 7.
Yeah.
I literally said...
Yeah, or Game 6.
I said, what I saw Donovan Mitchell do in the first half of this year, it was, like, unbelievable. Like, the facilitating that he was doing was just... and still scoring as he was absolutely unbelievable to me, and they couldn't fathom it. Like, they knew Donovan Mitchell was on a tear, but they didn't necessarily think that he was on the level of Kyrie.
Yeah.
But now I'm interested... after yesterday of what they thought.
Okay, here's some of the debate. Number 1, Kyrie was here much longer, right? Kyrie also hit the freaking shot.
Yeah.
That sways it. And I think if you want to look at this objectively from Donovan, you might say this was an opening round matchup against a team you were favored against. And then when you talk like supporting cast, because like I'm not talking 2016 LeBron. That was a good team.
Yeah.
I'm talking about LeBron drug Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance. And I'm not throwing shade at those guys either. But what I'm saying is you had the elevation of players around you. And I could make the case that this Cavs team actually should be better than some of those teams with LeBron. Now, again, LeBron got to the finals. He didn't win it, but he got to the finals with some of those teams. Even better, the first year, right? Love hurt, Kyrie hurt, Matthew Dellavedova overdosing on coffee. You know, that is another team. Mike Miller, like you had to take that group and go. And it's a sliding scale because, again, it's LeBron. There's things that he has done that nobody will ever touch in this game. And he will never, I feel pretty confident saying that, nobody will ever pass LeBron. Not in this town. No. Not with the Cavs. There's no debate to be had on that. But with Donovan, it has only been 2 years.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Which is why I'm totally fine people that say Kyrie.
I'd listen to it. I really would.
And I would be kind of struggling to debate you on that because what Kyrie did is amazing. Obviously the best ball handle I've ever seen in that. Maybe the NBA's ever seen. But what I saw Donovan Mitchell do yesterday, I can't explain it except seeing flashbacks of LeBron.
That's what it felt like. It did feel like I'm going to will and take this team. Also, the factor, again, another key of this for Donovan, he had a broken team. That team felt mentally, physically broken. They were not in a good place. And they could have turned tail and said, this is it. We're done. We'll get to the offseason. We'll talk about this trade or we'll talk about Donovan Mitchell leaving, all that. And they didn't do that. And it was led by Donovan. It started with Donovan, who could have had the same mentality. And I don't think anybody would have blamed him for it. No. There's only so much you can do. Here's the stat from yesterday. Donovan Mitchell in games 6 and 7 had 89 combined points. That is the second most in NBA history for games 6 and 7 of a series, only behind Allen Iverson in 2001. He scored 90. So Donovan was only a point behind. And how many? Dude, he had that 1-3 that was halfway down and all that kind of stuff. LeBron is on that list, by the way. Conference Finals 2018, he combined for 81 over games 6 and 7. Dominique, Jimmy Butler, Donovan Mitchell, Allen Iverson, LeBron James. That's the top 5 all time in any 7-game series. Combined points, games 6 and 7. Allen Iverson had 90. Donovan Mitchell has 89. 89. I need to put him in some sort of hyperbaric chamber for the next 24 hours. Because I thought about that of, we're going to get ready tomorrow. Very excited to get into the Boston series tomorrow. But where's your health at? Where's Jared Allen at? All that. But Donovan is the one that these games certainly are taking a toll. And it's clear that his knee is not getting better. It got worse as that series went on. And you see him just kind of just dragging it up the court. So impressive. And it is so impressive what he has done. And again, this is a conversation probably more for later, but maybe that shift that some people might have had after that game about Donovan staying or going. And I don't want to do it right now. Today's a positive day. Today is a victory Monday. We are super positive about the Cavs. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge about the Celtics coming up and all that. But I sit here and I see what Donovan did. And does it change the question if you feel like he can lead a team to a championship? That's another great question this morning. I'll leave it up to you, Ryan. Has this series or these last couple of games changed your opinion on if Donovan Mitchell can be the leading guy on a championship team? Because that was up for question. That was up for a debate that a lot of people wondered, could he be the number one guy on a championship team? I believe he can be the number one guy in an Eastern Conference Finals team, and depending on how it lays out, sure. The ultimate question, I think ultimate goal, rightly so for a lot of Cavs fans, can you win a championship? With this team, certainly, there's a lot of Kobe Altman tweets yesterday about some of the deficiencies on this team and how the roster was built and JB and all that. I get it. But the question was out there for some, can he be a guy to lead you to a championship? I'd be lying to you if I didn't say I didn't know prior to this series, and now I'm starting to lean, I really feel like he can be that guy. He can't do it quite like LeBron. I don't know if anybody really can, of having the rest of the roster be further down of where you wanted it to be. But, bro, and tell me that Donovan has not turned some heads around the NBA. I'm not saying that you're on the horn calling star players and you want to come play with Donovan Mitchell. I think the rest of the league took notice of this, and they understand that was another level that we saw from Donovan Mitchell. Nobody can make the debate that Donovan Mitchell is a really, 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 really good basketball player. The question and the word that gets thrown is elite. Do you feel like he's elite? Do you feel like he is in the upper echelon of some NBA players? That debate was that. Watch that series and tell me he doesn't deserve to be up there with some of the big names. And you see the performance from Anthony Edwards and Jalen Brunson. Bro, he's right there. He is right there with guards I'm talking about. Hard to compare to Jokic and some of the big guys. I get it. The only thing I thought of this too. Where's Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Giannis Antetokounmpo? Where's Donovan Mitchell? He's still here. Giannis is done. Dame's done. Durant, done. LeBron, done. I know there's a lot of stars still left, but this is the star power. This is something that if you look at Donovan, not that you needed to. I was always okay with the trade. This series, that trade is worth it. Every little piece of getting Donovan Mitchell was worth it for what you saw these past 2 games. For what you saw out of this team, out of him to advance, all worth it. Now, again, this was an opening round matchup. You were the 4 seed. They were the 5 seed. You should have won this. I get it. But everything that I saw from Donovan Mitchell, super impressive. Our question is up at Matt Fontana's show. Are you ready to say that Donovan Mitchell is the second best Cavalier of all time? I'm going to say yeah. A victim of the moment. I get it. Ryan, cast your vote, please.
Yeah.
Sounded like you were a little back and forth on this.
I was, but I still said yes.
Okay.
And I said it honestly before Game 7, and that kind of just absolutely sealed the deal for me.
Yeah.
Well, what was nice to see was Donovan Mitchell, what was it, Game 4, 5, not great.
Right.
Nobody really was on the Cavs. But what he did in Game 6 and Game 7 was...
Game 6, it was literally him.
He took for me what I thought Paolo was, and that was being the best player in the series, which was very disappointing because I knew he was great, but I still thought, of course, Donovan's better. Mm-hmm. And even after Game 6, I still, as good as that 50-point game was, I still had the question, is Paolo actually legit the best player in the series? But then Game 7, Donovan totally flipped that and wrote the answer for me. Yeah. Was clear as day. Donovan was the best player in that series.
It was. And definitely, again, you talk about that flip, and that's the reason the Cavs were able to advance. So vote on that. Early results, they're pretty close.
I mean, we're by 0.5%. 50-50.
Wow. Vote at Matt Fontana Show. We'll get to that. All right, let's set Donovan aside. Let's talk about the rest of this team.
I was thinking, Matt, we literally have to go one by one.
We can.
We
got 2 hours, buddy. It's 9:18 here in the morning. We got plenty of time.
At halftime, I literally thought, I said, we're going to have to go by each player one by one and talk about them.
Sorry.
What are you laughing at?
I almost said it's 9:18. Your book is on my jewelry time. We used to do the time over at the other place. Bro, for 10 years of my life, all I ever said was whatever the time was. Shout out to Josh. I love the Bookmans. They're the best. I almost let that slip out, but I did anyway. No, let's go let's go player by player on this. Let's start Darius Garland. Okay. I'm concerned. I think in a day of positivity, we're good. He found it eventually. The emotional part of Donovan grabbing him and whatever he said. You talk about another factor for Donovan. When he grabbed Darius there, and you could tell he was saying, like, bro, I can't do this without you. Like, I'm going to need you to step up here. The mental side of Darius Garland is not good. I don't blame him for it. The injury, the pressure, I don't know, man. But I tweeted that before the game started. I said, here's where my head's at. Number 1 was Donovan's knee. I mentioned Allen being out. I mentioned keeping Mobley out of foul trouble. I mentioned some of the other role players we'll discuss. But the second thing I tweeted was, can Darius shoot? Is he going to be able to shoot the basketball the way that we need him to? Now, eventually he did hit a 3, thank God. He's way off right now. Yeah. He's way off. You have no time to recalibrate. You got no time to try to sit back and wallow in this. You're right back in this tomorrow night. But I thought it was so great to see Darius, like, them keep going. And you didn't have a choice, right? Donovan could only do so much. You had to go to somebody eventually. But yesterday, again, on a day of positivity, I don't like doing this. My concern continues to grow with Darius Garland. And There's no point in sitting here trying to rip it apart or going back to the film of them showing him wide open shot. Something is broken, and I don't know if he can fix that in 48 hours trying to get ready for tomorrow night. I'm extremely concerned about Darius Garland, where he's at right now.
Yeah, it's not a good thing that the whole team is shooting poorly, but it makes me think, okay, maybe that's just something they can regroup as a team and get it together. Maybe it's something as simple as you're finally done with the Magic. You have a new team in Boston. I'm very concerned as well because it's not a secret. Darius Garland cannot shoot the ball for his life right now.
Yeah.
But it's so frustrating even more so because you saw in that fourth quarter a stretch of Darius being absolutely great, not even offensively but defensively.
Three steals, couple of steals.
He missed the three,
Yeah.
whatever. Got it back, second chance, had the confidence, nailed it.
Yeah.
Got that steal right out of that timeout
Yeah.
that essentially wasn't the dagger, but to me it felt like the dagger, the complete momentum shift. Amazing heads-up play by him. Then even the next play, gets a board, saves it.
Yeah.
What I saw from that 4 minutes of Darius, I was like, dude, if I can get a whole game of you with that,
well, that's
we're gonna
kind
be
of
tough
the
to
like
beat.
we talk about Strus and some of these other guys that aren't being able to shoot. Well, at least they're showing up in other ways.
Yeah.
Darius is a little limited on the defensive side of things. Did pick up 3 steals yesterday, made some plays defensively. You're right. So maybe that is the shift. Maybe that's it. I think about it early in this series, early tomorrow night, get him some shots. Get him some shots and just see where you're at early. Get him back in the flow of things. Something's got to flip with Darius. Yeah. And I dare say that he is going to be the key to this series. If you want to take this to the Celtics, you're not going to do it without Darius Garland. You are going to need him at some point to step up in this. So if he can flip it around, turn it around, great. To Evan Mobley, defensively, 16 boards, couple of 5 blocks, which were great. He's doing it on the defensive side of things. Eventually, you might need more of that offense there. But Mobley showed up and, again, got into foul trouble a little bit later. But that was one of my keys if they were going to attack him, try to get him in foul trouble. Because, bro, if you didn't have him, you got Thompson and Marcus Morris trying to defend Paolo Banchero. That was going to be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Bad idea. So, stepping up there for Mobley. Isaac Okoro. I love Isaac Okoro, man. For the role that he plays, for what he does on this team, he needs to stick around here. I know his contract's coming up. We'll do a lot of stay and go. I'm good with seeing Isaac Okoro being a guy off the bench. If he can hit a couple of threes, I know he didn't yesterday, but what he's able to do, improve the offense, I think I'm talking about his offensive game, has improved this year. If you get the lockdown defense, which you know you're going to get, and a little sprinkle of some offense, bro, he was plus 24 on the floor. Plus 24 for Isaac Okoro. Thumbs up for him. Well done. Played his role. Very happy with Isaac.
If Isaac can get that 3-point percentage up even just a little bit, I mean, he's already a great player in my opinion, but that's kind of what is separating him from the true 3-and-D guys. But what he's doing on defense, similar to Evan Mobley, I mean, right now you have 2 guys that legit could make first-team All-NBA, which is just an absolute amazing asset to have. But Isaac Okoro, he's just an energizer. I love watching him play. He never takes a play off. It's great.
Strus hit that 3 early in the third. And I felt like, all right.
He's two-faced.
All right.
He's two-faced.
All right. It's fine. Can we please stop bitching at the refs? Just for the love of God. And I know that we'll talk JB. He'll be the final one to bring up in this whole thing. That challenge. We'll talk JB coming up. For the love of God, stop. Please. I can't do it. If you got legitimate gripes, fine. And I almost, that one offensive foul that was down in the if you're looking at the hoop, left block, and they called him for an offensive foul when he tried to set his screen.
Oh, yeah.
You put your hands out. That is like number 1. They're going to call that. And at first, I almost jumped out of my chair too, going, that's not a foul. And then they replayed it, and I go, you put your hands out.
He just runs across the court with a straight
face.
face.
I'm like, you put your hands out. I can make that call. You can't do that when you set the screen. You just can't do it. I know some guys do a little. When you extend, you're done. You're done. They're going to call that. That, set it aside. I know he's an energy guy, played some good defense, hit a couple of shots. Same thing. I just need Strus to find it. I need him to find his threes. To the bench bunch, Karis LeVert. Finally. I've been waiting and calling for Karis LeVert on the offensive side of things. Another guy like Isaac Okoro. I'd love Karis LeVert to have a long future with the Cavs as the number 1 guy off the bench, to be in the running for 6th man of the year. I know he didn't get any votes for it. I love his game. I love his offensive game. I unfortunately think he might actually, some team might swoop in and go, yeah, we'll give you a good chunk of change here. I think there's an offensive game to be had with Karis LeVert. It's been missing. He was efficient, got to the free throw line, happy with Karis LeVert. Yeah, George Niang's about done. I don't know what else to tell you. You tried it, didn't work. You're going to have to turn it back to Marcus Morris, who, by the way, didn't even attempt a shot yesterday. Yeah. Fine. Thompson in there for the role that he has. I mean, the fear is that you had to go to the bench, and again, everybody can play about Sam Merrill not getting minutes, splashed a couple of threes. I think, unfortunately for JB, it's going to be a little bit of figuring out who is the hot hand on the bench. What are you going to do? I would imagine for tomorrow night, you're going to cut Niang's minutes. We'll talk Jared Allen here in a minute. Maybe a few more for Sam Merrill, but you're going to need Marcus Morris and you're going to need LeVert. Yeah. Off the bench right now, I think there's only two guys that I bona fide say no matter what have to get minutes. That's Karis LeVert and Marcus Morris.
Yeah. Karis is nice when he's on. It's just you consistently
got no choice. You're going to have
now.
To.
No, yeah. Now your hands are tied if you're JB.
And I will say Okoro when he slides back to the bench, you will have three guys that I say without a doubt are getting minutes off the bench. That's Morris, LeVert, and Okoro, and I will listen to some Sam Merrill minutes. You got to bury George Niang. That's over.
Yeah, no,
you got no. We had nothing there. That's it. I hate to say it. Friend of show when he did that thing with Gab in the car. I saw it. Okay, fine, great. But so I'm sorry to George. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, Karis, it's great. He showed up at a perfect time because we know he's Mr. Wishy-Washy. But it's hard because you consistently now I'm talking about when you had a choice with Jarrett.
Yeah.
Now you don't really have a choice, but you consistently have to weigh your options of, is this guy more damaging than he is good? Because if he goes out there and he's minus 10, he goes 0 for 5, you just wasted 10 minutes off the bench, and it sucks. But when he's on, he's so good, and that's the most frustrating part about it. But I agree. George Niang's played himself out of the rotation completely.
The other thing you got to factor in is now, and I'm not saying they haven't been doing this, you got to play around Donovan. You got to understand that Donovan is now making his way to the rack. It's not even his three-point shooting. So was he only 2 of 8 last night?
That was the most impressive part, was he was getting to the rim every play.
With his knee. With every a bum play. Knee still getting there. Every play. So now, if that's how you want to approach things against Boston, who doesn't quite have the same height as Orlando, you don't have to deal with Porzingis down there. Nice. That's a big one. You assume that Donovan is going to continue to hit the rack there. So then what do you need? You might need more Sam Merrill. You need some more three-point shoot. It should be Strus, it should be Garland, and it should be Sam Merrill of hitting your threes. Now, the other issue is, what did you see from Orlando? Not even just yesterday, but even go back to Game 6, right? They leave these guys. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Leave all these guys open to shoot threes. They're not making them. We'll live with that. You got to start hitting some. You got to start hitting some. And just to put the fear into Boston, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, but again, with the bench rotation that JB's going to have to figure out, I think your hands are tied. I don't really need to see Tristan Thompson now. Okay, you needed Thompson because you were down Jared Allen. We'll discuss him in a second. You need him to rough up some of the tall guys. I don't know if it's quite as serious for Tristan Thompson. More Merrill, more LeVert, probably less Niang. That's exactly where JB needs to go.
I just wish crazy because if you would have told me I'd be sitting here saying this 7 months ago that I would do a lot of things to have Dean Wade healthy back in this lineup, I would have called you crazy, but God, do I miss him.
Yeah, we do. All right, let's talk Jared Allen. Speaking of injuries, is he going to be back? I don't know. I mean, they kept saying he was close because they wanted to play a little game with Orlando. The fact that he didn't even attempt pregame shoot-around to see how he felt, I don't think he's playing tomorrow night either. Now, this series, lose the battle to win the war, right? If you don't win tomorrow night, or somehow maybe if you do even without Jared Allen, it shows you just how vitally important he is to this team. You willed your way to some wins over here against Orlando. I think it would have been a lot easier had you had Jared Allen putting up anything, 18 and 15 or 20 and 15, which he's borderline good for almost every night. Man, do they need Jared Allen back.
Every, and I mean every single time Paolo drove the hole. Whistle.
You're like,
every time.
Yep.
Every time.
Yeah. You're deficient. You didn't have anybody there to stop. And with Allen, even on the offensive side of things, how many times, and I know, again, it's not like he grabs every offensive board. There were quite a few that I'm like, dude, he would have had that. Like, he just would have, I don't know, he just would have been there, giving yourself a second opportunity. I don't have a good feeling he's going to be able to play tomorrow night. Now, again, if you get him back for game 2 or get him back for the rest of the series, yeah, maybe. But it's just that quick turnaround. Maybe it was so fast. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong about Jared Allen not playing tomorrow night, but I'm going to act like he's not playing tomorrow night. Prove me wrong.
I'm just hoping worst case scenario, Thursday would be game 3 at home.
Mm-hmm.
I'll circle that.
Yeah. No.
Or Friday.
No, we got tonight.
No, Saturday.
Saturday.
Because
Because we go tonight.
Right.
Tonight. We go tomorrow, Thursday.
Saturday, Monday.
Saturday, Monday? Is that not it?
I think you're right.
Hang on. Stand by. I had a lot of people send it out. And because the other thing was, it was getting convoluted about when we were playing. Okay. So tomorrow, okay, I'm screwing everybody up here.
Yes, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Thursday. You are right. Saturday, Monday,
Yeah.
next Wednesday, next Friday, next Sunday, or a week from next Sunday would be the 7-game series.
Just beat them in 4.
That'd be nice. Hey man, they're sitting around getting fat. They're sitting around twiddling their thumbs. They're not on the edge, man. They're not on the edge. You know the final person we got to talk about right now.
John Blair.
Yeah. Do you know that they asked somebody on the team what JB stood for and they didn't even know?
Really?
Yeah, it's John
somebody
Blair.
on the team didn't know?
Yeah, they didn't know. They just knew him as JB. John Blair, Bickerstaff, JB. Nothing has changed for me. Nothing has changed. It's a JB defender here. I like JB. You'll be looking for a new head coach. And again, you won this series.
Yeah. But we knew that.
You kind of did. And the challenge, which didn't work, which got a little dicey because there was a couple in the second half that you would have liked to have done. That rule is stupid, by the way. Give us 2. Do this. Do 1.5. Do 1 per half. Seriously. And I know that Adam Silver doesn't want to slow the game down any more than it is, but whatever.
What did he challenge the first one? The foul call?
Okoro, who, oh man, it wasn't. I know it wasn't Boncaro, but he put his arm up.
Yeah.
And then they pulled his. Was it Fultz? God, I can't remember the player, but he put his hand right back.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was incidental contact, and they talked about on the broadcast to say that actually.
It's probably Paulo.
It might have been. I didn't think it was. I know it's a taller guy. It might have been. Actually, you don't want to know what? I think it was Paulo Banchero.
Yeah, I think it was. Because didn't he hit his elbow?
He kind of did, and they were talking. They go, it's not that he made contact. It's that did the contact actually? Oh man, they used a word detrimental or something like that to the shot. Something like that. Did affect the shot, and it was kind of ticky-tacky, washy here. He did make contact because, again, the thing was I saw Boncaro pull it as soon as he shot. He pulled his hand back. So there was contact. They actually thought it might have been body contact because Okoro was up in him once he got the shot off. I guess I just look at it to say that was early in the game, but it was also you felt it starting to slip away, and maybe JB felt like he needed to get some sort of momentum back on the Cavs a little bit. And he called the challenge. I'm not here to fire or bitch about a coach on challenges. It is what it is.
It was Paulo.
It was Paulo. Thank you. Okay, Donovan Mitchell won you that series. It wasn't anything about what the sets were and the screens. And I know, we go back so much to what Chris Fedor said on the podcast a week ago, right? Players looked at JB and said, you're not really putting us in a good spot here, man. Now, yesterday, I saw open shots. I saw a lot of open shots. We just weren't hitting them. That's not JB's fault. I don't know, man. I don't want to bring it up today because, again, I feel really good. I'm so happy the Cavs won. I'm so happy. We'll cross all those bridges when we get to it. Maybe this was just a bad matchup. Maybe Orlando was just a really, really, really bad matchup for the Cavs. I'll listen to that. Now, you have Boston.
I mean, think about it.
As a number 1 seed, maybe we match up better with them. And actually, I think we might.
That's what I was saying a week ago. Maybe. I said NBA is the most the most heavy-centered matchup based. I mean, think about it. I mean, I know I'm crossing over sports here. Why did teams struggle against Navy in college football? Because there's such a unique style of offense. And it's I know it's a little different. I'm grasping at straws here, but it's the Magic are just so tough, tall, and just annoying defensively that they drag you down with them.
Yeah, no, I get it. And that's maybe we've seen JB maybe has something up his sleeve. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm excited about this matchup and to see where it goes with the Cavs and the Celtics. A lot of coming out this morning, too, because I was listening to Get Up on the drive-in. Shout out to them. Or, I'm sorry, on Sportsmanlike, not Get Up. On Sportsmanlike, on ESPN. And they were talking about dogs. Because you're Anthony Edwards. And he said, we are just up. I think he said to kill everybody in front of us, right? Like, our job is to beat every single player in front of us. So they were discussing, and they were going around the NBA playoffs, and they were discussing the players that have the dog, the killer mentality, right? Not necessarily a skill level, but a we're down points, I'm going to take this team and go win it, go get them. They brought up Jokic. Of course, now you have to put Anthony Edwards on that list. They put Kyrie on that list. You know, Kyrie has never lost a closeout game. In any game to clinch a series, he's never lost in his career. He's 13-0 in closeout games. It's pretty impressive. I did not know that about Kyrie. So you put Kyrie on the list, and we've seen it here. They didn't put Luke on the list.
Yeah. Oh, so let's wait.
About like not like a take the skill.
No, sorry. I'm just going back to that Kyrie one. The stat.
Yeah.
I thought he's 13-0 in game 7.
No, like a game 4 to sweep. Game 5 when you're up 3-1. Any opportunity, and I think it's either 13-0 or like 13-1.
Because didn't he lose against the Bucks when Kevin Durant's foot was on the line? Wasn't he on that Nets team?
But was that a like closeout game?
Oh.
I'm talking about like okay, imagine this. Kyrie is up 3-1 with a chance to win the series. He's not down 3-1.
Right.
'Cause obviously he's been eliminated before.
Okay.
I'm talking about Kyrie on a team that has a chance to win the series.
Sure. Okay.
He's never lost.
Okay.
Right? Like game 7, Cavs Warriors, they won that.
Right.
Early games when it was 4-0 against the Hawks, we won that. So Kyrie closes it out. So they didn't put Luke on that, which I thought was interesting. Then they came out east. They put Donovan Mitchell on that list. They did not put Jason Tatum on it, which I thought was interesting. God, who else? They didn't put Tyrese Halliburton. Oh, they put Jalen Brunson on that list. Yeah. Of, again, like a mentality thing. The mama mentality. Yeah. Right? The Jordan, what made Jordan and Kobe so great was that they had the mental strength that if we're down 10 with 2 minutes to play, I'm going to still find a way to win this game. They put Donovan on that list. The question, I guess, and I didn't really want to have this debate this morning because, again, they talked about it on Sportsmanlike. I know it's been going around. What is Donovan Mitchell's future, right? What is it? It's unwritten. I don't think he actually knows. Now, could he watch this series and go, I can't do this anymore. Like, I can't do this all by myself. But you also understand that he's elevated himself to a place that I think he's just sitting good. He knows he's going to get paid. He knows that he is going to be sought after by a lot of teams. And you want to know the base level of all of it? He knows there is going to be a fat max contract on his desk no matter what from the Cleveland Cavaliers. There is no question, no matter how this went, there is a fat max deal in front of you. Just play it out. Now, again, the watching of the team, and if Donovan feels like, dude, I got a shoulder all, like there could be a negative side of that. I get it. I want him to stay. There's obviously no question on that. The thing is, do you believe that any of this series has changed for the good or the bad his thought process on that? You could say, hey, man, you won this series. Look at these fans. Look at that home court advantage that you have. Look at how this went. Don't you want to recreate that? And people talk about this all the time, rightly so. He's happy here. I don't see a guy that doesn't want to play here. I see a guy fighting through injury, and that's frustrating. But I don't see a guy that doesn't want to be here. I don't see a guy that doesn't like his teammates. All of that factors in. And it's very clearly and obviously, again, his team. That doesn't pop up all the time, especially for Donovan, where he might go. It would not be his team anymore. This is his basketball team. And I think, again, I just go back so much when he just put his arm around Darius. That's the leader of a team. That's his team. So what that means for his future, I don't think he knows. He's leaning away. It's like the stadium debate. We're leaning away, but nobody actually knows. Nobody actually knows what Donovan Mitchell is going to do, including him. So the accolades, what he did in this series was fantastic. He's in a good spot. We're in a good spot. We'll figure all that out later. That's really where it is. And even regardless how this plays out, he has given you some electric basketball. He's given you some great memories, some great games. How did it feel to be over there at Rockmore Fieldhouse yesterday? I had some people that I knew that went, and man, it felt like a finals game. It felt like it. Now, and again, not in the first half, but you felt it momentum shift. You felt that mentality. And again, the power of this game yesterday to prove to the rest of the team, we're not out of any game. Now, again, it's Orlando. Get it. We willed ourselves back into that game. We got ourselves back in that game. They feel like they can maybe take it to anybody. Well, you got to take it to Boston now. We'll see how it goes. Twitter question is still up. At Matt Fontana Show. Drop us a follow there. Are you ready to say that Donovan Mitchell is the second best Cavalier in history? Quick update on that, please, Ryan. I think I see it on the screen there, our secondary screen there.
Yeah, yes is back to leading, 55-44.
Pretty close. Some tweets in the Twitter inbox, if you will. The land is the place to be, A-Dog on Twitter. I say no because there's a longevity to that. 2 years is too soon. Give me like 3 or 4, and then maybe I'll give you a better opinion. All right, good tweet. Mike tweets, I'm not normal. Oh, wait. Mike says, I'm not one to be superstitious, but you guys announced this T-shirt giveaway. Now Stephen Kwan's on the IL. We will take that. That's our fault. I will take that. I blame myself or whoever it did. Mike also says that he's top 5, but definitely not number 2, talking about Donovan. Brian says, I think he might be the best I think he might be the second best player in Cavs history, but he must be here beyond his current contract to become the second best Cav in Cavs history.
That's another thing. He's just saying the longevity.
Well, I think he's dividing up like player versus like Cavalier. It's almost like he's not earned his stripes. He's not earned his wine and gold
goes back
stripe
to people talking about.
Cav.
That goes back to people talking about like putting Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson's jersey in the rafters.
Right. There's a Cavalier. Austin Carr. He's Mr. Cavalier. Right. I get where Brian's coming from there. Charles tweets, sure, Kyrie had LeBron in his team, but Mitchell has done a lot more. 35-plus scoring in games and Game 7 winning shots to surpass him. Katie tweets, I'd say Kyrie, then him. Sure. And I think, would you say Kyrie is probably the only one in the stratosphere with him right now on that?
Yeah.
Not Love, not Tristan Thompson.
No.
Go back to, again, Doherty, Price, all those kind of guys.
If you're talking about pure talent and player, no.
Well, see, okay, here's the weird thing. There was a time that I think it was undeniable that Kyrie Irving was the second most talented player to ever play for the Cavs.
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff Kyrie can do that LeBron can't, for sure.
I think Kyrie's more talented.
Than Donovan?
Yeah. Donovan might be the better player.
That's fine. I mean,
but
I'm not going to pick hairs here for you or with you.
I will go to my grave saying I think Kyrie is one of the best ball handlers I've ever seen in my life.
I don't think anybody denies that. Yeah. I think everybody says
there's a talent level to Kyrie. Now, we know how Kyrie ended. We know what happened there, don't we? About what happened and why he left and LeBron and all that other stuff. That factors in for some people. I would say that Kyrie's mended those fences pretty well. Again, the future unwritten about Donovan, and I don't think it would ever get to that point. Like, this team is so different that people would felt burned if he left, but it's like you felt like Kyrie disbanded a championship-level team. Now, again, Kevin Durant, what were you going to do there? I don't know. But, dude, what Donovan has done has been super impressive. And at the end of the day, the Cavs did what I asked them to do, okay? I'm over the moon. I'm so happy. I feel so good that they got that win. Was it longer than maybe you needed to be sure? Was it a little more strenuous than you thought it was going to be? Yeah, fine. They did what I asked them to do. When this started, I said Cavs in 6. All right, Cavs in 7. Great. That's all I ask. That's what I asked. That's what I expected. We will talk a lot of expectations tomorrow. We will discuss about this team getting ready for Boston tomorrow. They did what I asked them to do, and I appreciate that. That is a building. That is a momentum swing. I hope those guys got a lot of rest today. They're in Boston already. They had to have flown to Boston last night, right?
They could be going today.
I guess maybe today.
A practice and then
Dude,
go.
I don't even do that. You got to rest. Like you that's another factor for tomorrow.
I mean,
you
could
came
just go
out of this.
through it,
I guess like You need the rehab
walkthrough.
getting going, Donovan. You're going to get that rib sorted out with that. Dude, Mobley twisting his ankle, too. That didn't look good. That didn't feel good. I mean, there's so many injuries. And again, tomorrow night, I don't want to say it's your takeoff game. Like, that's the game where you're like, all right, let Boston have it. But Cavs, I need them to somehow come up with a way in 24 hours just to completely heal. It's like regenerate, like playing a video game. Give me Pokemon. I need some antidotes and some full heals going on for Pokemon here for the Cavs. They get ready to go for tomorrow night. It's got plenty more Cavs talk coming up in hour 2. Let's flip over to the guards. All right, 2 out of 3 against the Angels, including that abysmal game 1. Okay, fine. Quan to the IL. You get your Manzardo. You get Manzardo. It's what we all asked for. He's finally here. Are we ready to debut and announce our little thing with Tipico? Here we go, folks. We got Kyle Manzardo here. There's some name with the Manzardo, Gardo, something.
Mangardo?
I don't know. The Maniac, Manzardo, something with the fans out there. You got him. You asked him. We're doing something cool with Tipico. Here's what it is. Ryan, what is the boost today for big play?
Alrighty, so it's Guardians money line
parlayed
with Kyle Manzardo to hit his first home run.
Here's what we're going to do. This is going to be the same bet for the next couple of days.
That could end today.
It could end today. But here's what it is.
You think he starts today? Probably not, actually.
Maybe. Well, I assume he's in the line. How could you bring him up and not?
True.
Right, you got to throw him in there. Here's what's going to happen. Over the next couple of days, we're going to do the same boost. Manzardo home run, Guardians money line. Oh, they said tease this. I don't know if I'm going to... Screw it, I'm announcing it. Here's what we're going to do. If you bet on the home run and the Guardians money line in that big play boost, every day until it happens, eventually we're going to pick a lucky winner to get some tickets to go over there and watch some Cleveland baseball. So again, we are going to do this every day until Manzardo actually does it. He's been raking at AAA. He's been hitting home runs left and right. Every day, Guardians money line, Manzardo home run until he hits one. And then every single person that bet that, they're in a pool. We're going to pull it out. You're going to get some tickets to go to a game. How great is that? I'm doing it right now. I'm not eligible to win, though. I'm not eligible to win. Dude, we had a boost. Yes. I'm on a 2. We hit our Cavs boost prior, and yesterday was Cavs and Guardians minus a 1.5 and a 1.5. We restocked pretty well on Tipico.
Plus 8.5.
Yeah.
My Cavs plus 8.5.
Clutch. I take back what I said because that's where we're at.
Well, they lose by 8, right?
Yep. Here we are. All right. I'm into the app right there. Boom. Done. Baseball. Guardians, Tigers. Boosts. Right. Is that 947?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's a healthy boost.
Do I put 10 on it?
Might as well. Put 10 every day for the next 9 days. Dude, win it back with hits.
Come on now. There it is. Right there. Boom. Get signed up, folks. And not only that, you are getting that much closer to cashback rewards. Ryan, my next 2 bets, I'm going to be in cashback.
Let me go look how close
I'm dangerous. Here where I'm at. Parlays. $10 more. $10 more. I'll be hitting my cash back on my parlays. Folks, the cashback rewards. I can't wait to see how much Tipico gave out last month. I need that update because we go back to March. They gave out $1 million worth of cashback rewards to you, the loyal bettors at Tipico. So here's what you do. We got a lot of things moving. Let's simplify this. Take a deep breath in. Take some notes if you need to. Number 1, new customers. Use the code Fontana150. When you sign up with that code and deposit $150, I know it's a big ass, but you will get 2 $75 protected bets with Tipico. If you're a $150 deposit, 2 $75 protected bets. Code Fontana150 for new customers. Then place your bet. You don't have to do the 75. Could you imagine put 75 on this Manzardo boost? Woo, boy. Whoa. You don't have to do that. Do it on whatever you want. Then you are earning your cashback rewards. Again, getting money right back into your account for the bets you're placing anyway. Jump on the Manzardo boost, and then you're entered to win tickets to go watch baseball. It's like winning like 4 times over. It's like winning over and over and over again with our friends at Tipico. I love betting on there. I know we missed out on the Derby this weekend, but nonetheless, we got hockey playoffs. They got basketball, baseball, tennis, UFC this weekend. I knew Pantoja was going to win. That was a lock. Some of the other ones were interesting, but folks, they got all the sports. They're right there. I love it. Soccer is massive right now. You can do Aussie rules football if you really want. Dude.
What?
I forgot to bet on the Formula One. Now, I thank God because I would have voted for, or I would have put money on Verstappen and he lost. NASCAR, it's all there, folks. Get signed up with our friends at Tipico, including our new Manzardo boost. That's great. I love that. I think it's a great promotion. And again, chance to get tickets to go to the game. Guardians, okay, the Angels are really, really bad. You did what you needed to do. I want to say this about Kyle Manzardo. Go in with no expectations. Would I be lying to you if I didn't think a lot about Jackson Holiday? He was the Orioles' hotshot prospect, came up, didn't go well. They sent him back down. Manzardo is only the 70th best, 70 best prospect in baseball. He's not number one. He's not top 5. He's one of the Guardians' better prospects. I think when you combine, of course, Chase DeLauder got hurt now, by the way, too. Broken metatarsal, same foot he already had surgery on. What is with our teams getting hurt? I had a Brown season where everybody got hurt. I had to go through this hell of the Cavs season, and now I'm down Bieber. Quan's on the IL. I know DeLauder's not here, but Christ, man, Gavin Williams? What is going on? Regardless, Manzardo coming up is exciting, and I want to see him play as much as the next guy. Like, just temper, okay? I'd like him to stick. More than anything, I want him to stay.
He will.
But you see a lot of these guys that come up with all the hype and the hoopla, and sometimes it's too much. They got to send him back down. Sometimes that can really hurt a guy. Let's just see what Manzardo's got. This Guardians team, with where they're sitting right now, you took 2 out of 3. Again, I would have liked more, but you're still in a really good spot. You ain't got no business. You got no business losing to the Tigers tonight.
Why? The Tigers are not bad.
I know, but you got McKenzie on the hill. I'm feeling good about turning this thing. Again, I don't know. I'll put it this way.
We do own the Tigers.
That's what I'm saying. And the Angels series, I've got like a thirst with they didn't quench that.
Okay.
I want, and here's the reason why I want to show the Tigers they're not with us.
Manzardo might go yard tonight.
Well, I would hope so. I put good money on it.
I actually think he might.
I put good money on it. Flaherty on the hill. He's not bad. I understand. But I'm more on McKenzie on the hill tonight. I need this win. You're on FS1, by the way, tonight. FS1 tonight for the Guardians to get it done. Yeah, I know that what I want this series is more of that, not necessarily the Braves series or even the Astros series. I want to send that little note to the rest of the AL Central. Like, again, here's why. The Tigers believe that they're in this. I want to show them that they're not. I want to show the Tigers that they're not. And the Guardians are in a position that not many people really thought. Dude, you're into May now, and you're 2.5 games up. Did not see that happening. But I want to show the rest of that. And again, we have Twin Series coming up and all that. I don't consider the Tigers in the same class as us. I don't. I don't the Royals. Twins are hot. They beat up on some bad teams like we have too. I want to show the Tigers they don't belong. I really want to show them that they do not belong. And you start tonight at home with McKenzie on the hill, who's your pseudo-ace at this point. Tanner Bybee. I mean, he's there. But what I see out of McKenzie, and also, Tigers are on a 3-game losing streak. Keep that going. Get it done tonight. So, again, we'll take Guardians money line and a Manzardo home run, boosted, and then you're entered to win some tickets to go see a game. How great is that? It's all with our friends at Tipico. So excited about where the Guards are at. They finally bring up Manzardo. Again, I just want to temper expectations on Kyle Manzardo. But the thing is, okay, let me do this. This is really convoluted. To stick with me for a second. I want you to temper expectations, but I still want you to be excited. This is still fun. When you see a young guy, his dream, he's playing really well. I'm sure there are people that want to go tonight to see him play. And I'm not saying that this is the next Mike Trout. He's not the next Shohei Ohtani. I get it. I want you to be excited, but also just go get him, buddy. That's it. I'm not expecting the home run. I'll certainly take it, but I'm just going in low. I'm still super happy to see him. I'm happy to see him up here. Frankly, the Guards need him right now, too. Like, there's this, the Quan injury, of course, had to come right now. But the rest of that outfield, I had a lot of questions about, right? I don't want to see Albert Arias back out there. Brennan's fine. I think Florial and Ramon Laureano, when Quan comes back, one of those guys will not be here. Which, again,
It's got to be...
but you got to have Manzardo proven this stretch here that he can stick around. Somebody's got to go.
Sure.
The easy answer would be to send Manzardo back down. I think Esteban Florial and Ramon Laureano.
It's got to be Laureano.
I would probably agree with you.
I'm sorry. Dude.
I've seen moments from Florial. All right, for a bench guy, that's fine. I don't think it's Freeman.
No,
it's certainly not going to be Will Brennan.
No.
Those guys have earned their spots.
Playing, no.
They've earned their spots.
It's Laureano. I don't. You're right.
Okay.
It's or Florial, but I think it should be Laureano.
Can I get you something a little out there? Could you trade Gabriel Arias? Is now okay? We got the big trade. The Marlins, the poor Marlins. They make the trade. The Padres, the rich get richer. I get it. Early trade, by the way. Early in the season for a seller. I'm not saying the Guardians be selling, but you're right. Easy answer. I'm not giving up Ramon. I'm not keeping Ramon Laureano just to keep Gabriel Arias or get rid of Gabriel Arias. You know what I mean? Like, your easy answer is that. You got a couple of weeks to figure this out. I think with Quan, who did speak to reporters, and he said he's obviously dealt with this before. That lineup shift, though, man. Like, who you putting your lead off? It's going to have to be Jimenez, right?
Probably Jimenez, yeah.
It's going to have to be. Oh, we got to give our love, too, to Bo Naylor. Smacking that grand slam. That felt good. Ryan's.
Yeah, whatever.
You're down on Bo Naylor. Hedgie went yard, too.
No, I'm just kidding.
That lineup.
I'm never going to say
somebody tweeted this that lineup was going to give Guardians fans a heart attack where you had Hedges and Bo Naylor batting back-to-back as the DH and the catcher.
No, I'll never
with
poo-poo
Fry
a
in the
grand
lineup.
Slam. Good for Bo. I'll never poo-poo a grand slam.
I'll give it to you.
Good for Bo.
That's fine.
Just
hopefully it'll turn it around a little bit. Just turn it around. That's all we need. All right, great stuff kicking off the morning. We still got an hour to go. Ryan, I did homework on the Immaculate Grid. I did it at the gym yesterday to help us prepare a little bit.
Wow.
A friend of mine, Gerard Cherry, was in it.
Are you back in the gym?
Yeah, I've been going every Sunday, so it's a nice little routine. The strength is gone. For those who don't know, I tore my bicep last year trying to move plywood. Not a good idea. I tore it 2 weeks before my daughter was born, too, by the way. And then I lost my job. It was a really fun month. Anyway, I'm back in the gym. It's a slow brew. It's a slow go just because, like, I lost a lot of strength, man. And I was never, some gym rat kind of guy, but it's been a slow go. It's just good to be back. It's good to get living a little bit with that. So it was nice. But I was sitting there. I was like, we need to turn the grid, and I feel like I need to just, on off days, get a little bit of work in on it. So we'll do that. We got the morning update. It's up to you. I'm sure you're going to bring the Tom Brady roast up. I didn't watch it because I'm actually going to watch it with my wife. She wants to watch it. I was like, all right, let it come out, and then it'll be nice.
I watched like 30 minutes of it.
I saw a lot of the jokes. Aaron Hernandez, the Robert Christmas. Bro.
It was all Aaron Hernandez,
Giselle,
Tom Brady's divorce, and Gronk being absolutely dumb.
Yeah. How hammered was he? Yeah. The thing is, all right, we'll talk about it. Bring it up because I do have a take about the Tom Brady roast. We'll get to that. We got NBA playoffs tonight. We'll get to our plays tonight with Tipico on all of it. Folks, we're locked and loaded here on Big Play, including our busiest day. I watched a DC Defenders game yesterday for the UFL. Greg Williams, Blake Williams, come get some tonight. Hanford Dixon show. Big Play Cleveland show. Jensen on tonight? Yes, Jensen will be on Big Play Cleveland show tonight. Folks, our busiest day. We kick things off 9 to 11. Hanford, Big Play Cleveland show. Come get some with Blake and Greg Williams. We got it all for you right here on Big Play. All of our merch is there, bigplay.com. You can check it out there. Something brand new coming with Big Play, too. Very excited about that. I think we're supposed to be, like, really close to getting a testing phase for that.
Yeah, I think we're already in it.
Oh, are we?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the link?
Mm-hmm. You should have.
Massive Big Play news. I didn't get an email.
It wasn't. It was on Slack. You should have gotten
Oh, I don't have the Slack channel.
You need to download it.
Download it. Can you just forward it to me? Yeah. Forward it to me. Shh. We got something I'm not supposed to talk about, but I'm talking about. We'll get to it as well. All right, let's catch a break. Morning update, grid, time up. Got it all for you. Stay with us. Fontana Show, Big Play.
Well, how do they know I'm doing this? Did somebody leak this out? It's social media.
Oh.
It's just, that's the way social media works now.
I thought maybe you were just running that yap.
Welcome to Big Play, a sports media team that started back in 2014, and now we're not in a garage. Look at us, incorporating some of Cleveland's favorite sports personalities, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland. Coming to you live from the shores of Lake Erie and Burke Lakefront Airport, join Team Big Play for all the best sports talk in Ohio. Check us out on social media at Big Play, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland.
Anthony Schlegel, just how physical he was. You saw the girth and the power and everything he was bringing to the table, especially when he was a nice beefy 255 playing middle linebacker.
We were called soft last year. You don't want to be soft, especially when you come to the playoffs. So that's going to be a process throughout this season of establishing us as a harder team here in the
How does an Ohioan build the perfect parlay?
Who's got something? Big guys looking for long odds.
The kids in Columbus are covering better than anyone, and at even odds.
If it's even, I'm leaving. Listen, our championship DVD starts today, all right?
Dude, I just got an invite to a Cincy playoff watch party.
Shut up. Cincy, State, Cleveland, the perfect parlay. I'm a genius.
For the best odds on Ohio sports, bet with your cojones.
It is Spanish, dummy.
Bet with Typical Sportsbook.
I don't buy into this nonsense, this conspiracy nonsense that he's got his money and he's dogging it. That's ridiculous.
Twitter is a wild place, man. It's something political, which I don't want to get into here on the show, but Twitter is a crazy place. All right, welcome back. Fontana Show right here on Big Play. We had a lot to get to. Morning update. We'll get to the great dude. We are slammed on a time hop today. We got a lot of stuff to get into, dude. I don't think I've had as busy we haven't had as busy of a time hop like this in a long time, and it's actually not a lot of sports stuff, which is always interesting. So we'll get to that coming up as well. Take you up to 11 o'clock, but of course, Cavs! Yes! What a win for the wine and gold. Ryan, I'm sure we're starting there in the morning update.
Oh, you know
I don't mean to tell you what to do on the morning update, but...
Absolutely. Well, Cavaliers, they advanced to the second round of the NBA playoffs. First time they win a playoff series without LeBron James since 1993. They now have a date with the Boston Celtics in the second round.
That game yesterday was a heart attack followed by just pure joy, right? I mean, they didn't play well. I do subscribe a lot to, like, a better team than Orlando probably beats you and wipes the floor with you. But, hey, so what? We didn't pick – that's who we were playing, right? They could have stepped up. Donovan Mitchell put forth an effort that I've only ever seen from a guy named LeBron James in this town. Seriously. And LeBron, I'm not saying wasn't battling injuries, but I think it's almost that much more impressive that Donovan did that with a bum knee. Do not tell me for 2 seconds that his knee is healthy, because it's not. And I think it's getting worse, which is the unfortunate part of it. The will, the want. Bro, I think about it where I get a bummed foot, and I'm like, I don't want to do anything for a week, right? He's a professional athlete. He's much younger than I am. But, like, to go out there and do that on that stage where he was getting bumped and pushed, and it was a physical game, and he kept getting back up. He kept getting up, but I'm sure that knee was screaming at him. Screaming. The pain that he was in. When it's at the end of the first quarter, right? He went down the tunnel to go get on the bike. Like, it's not good with him right now. And he still put that aside, talking about the mental strength of Donovan Mitchell, to push his way to get a win. That also was a common thing I saw from people after the game yesterday about that want for him. If he didn't want to be here, if it didn't mean something to Donovan Mitchell to play for the Cleveland Cavaliers, what that means for his future, he would have packed it up yesterday. He would have said, I can't do this. Nobody else is showing the hell up right now. My knee is killing me. I can't do this, and I'm done. He didn't take that. He didn't take that out. I don't mean to be like semi-morbid about this, about something that could potentially be career-altering. Like a knee injury that he's playing and fighting through. And you hear doctors sometimes, oh, there's no risk of further injury. My ass. There is no way that you will ever tell me that if you got a guy fighting an injury, there's no way that it could potentially not get worse. Never is that case. He's fighting through an immense amount of pain and willing his team to basketball wins. That's LeBron level. That is insane of what Donovan Mitchell has done. I'm over the moon, man. This is so great. This was an awesome series. I need these guys to get healthy. I'll give Donovan my knee if he needs it. I don't know, whatever. Try to get as healthy as you can for tomorrow night. That was a really fun series, though. It was fun. Gave you some highs, gave you some lows. You came out of it. It's what I asked. Now, and I want to ask this question today because it's inherently a negative one. Do you feel like everything's gravy now? Like they're playing with house money? Like if they go get swept by the Celtics? All right, we'll have that debate tomorrow. Because maybe I'll feel different tomorrow. I don't know. I literally am sitting here saying this is, I'm euphoric right now. I'm in paradise. Like whatever happens, and you can't take this away from me. I feel good. Whatever happens against the Celtics, I borderline don't care. Don't care. I want them to win. I'm going to root for them to win. I'm going to bet on Typico for them to win as much as I can. It's all good, man. It's all good. You did what I asked you to do. Going to be changes to the offseason. I know that. Just thank you to Donovan. Thank you to the Cavs. They did what I asked them to do. That's it. If only I could get my 2.5-year-old to do the same thing. Just do what I asked him to do.
There you go. All right, well, the Guardians, they win as well as they beat the Angels. They win the series 2 out of 3 games. Today marks another 3-game series, this time with the AL Central rivals, the Detroit Tigers. Tristan McKenzie gets the nod on the mound tonight.
Need it tonight. Want it tonight. I want to just show the Tigers they're not in the same class as us. They're just not. They believe that they are. They're coming in all hype. Take it on out. Win the series. I wanted to sweep against the Angels. You had one bad game. How about Ben freaking Lively, buddy? Ben Lively finding something there. And Carrasco coming back yesterday he needed to get right there. I'm not saying I'm ready to say that just leave him in there now in the rotation, but Gavin Williams was slowed. I think you bought yourself a little bit more time. What a find that Ben Lively has been for this team.
Yeah.
And again, you just need Logan Allen, Tanner Bybee. Keep doing what they're doing. You mean a lot worse spot. Lineup now will have this massive shift with Steven Kwan. I don't know if this was the next story that you got, but we're kind of okay. Steven Kwan, IL, hamstring. Outside of Jose Ramirez. Okay, Jose Ramirez, Josh Naylor, Steven Kwan. Nobody changed the lineup like that. I'll pose you this question because I think I have an answer.
Okay.
Of those 3 guys, which one changes the lineup the most if they were out of it? Naylor, Ramirez, and Kwan. You think no doubt?
I think because he gets on base the most.
Okay. Because you could almost say that Naylor and Ramirez could kind of like
I would
go
argue
over
Kwan.
top of what they do, talking about a power guy in the middle of the lineup.
I think I'd argue Kwan.
I thought the same thing. I kind of thought the same thing. My gut said Naylor for a second. But it's unfortunate that I think your answer of which guy hurts the lineup the most by not being out there, your answer might be Steven Kwan.
Kwan steals bases. Naylor doesn't.
Yes, that's it. Now you're going to look to Jimenez. He's going to have to be your leadoff guy. I don't think we experiment with putting Jose back up there. No. Brennan? Maybe?
I don't know. Could be.
Maybe? You know who might get a crack at it? Brian Rocchio. Doesn't quite have the average that you're looking for.
God.
But I don't know, man. I'm grasping at straws. I can tell you a lot of guys it's not going to be.
Yeah.
I know it's not going to be either of the Naylor brothers. I know it's not going to be David Fry. I think your options are Jimenez, Brennan,
Tyler Freeman.
maybe Freeman, maybe Rocchio. That's about it, buddy.
Yeah.
That's it. And you're replacing arguably the best leadoff hitter in the American League. He's so good. So
Yeah.
I hope, here's the other thing. I hope they caught this on the twinge level. You know what I mean? You ever pulled your hamstring before?
Yes.
You know when you feel it and then it really goes? I'm hoping they caught it before it really went. Give him some time off. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. I hope it's not something that's weeks. Or I'm sorry, like months. Like, give him a week off. He's on the 10-day. Okay, fine. Be done with it. We'll see how it goes. But I think it's certainly an impact that's going to be felt. We'll see what Vogt does.
All right, Matt. Well, after 8 seasons, running back Duke Johnson is hanging up the cleats.
Yeah.
Johnson was a third-round pick by the Browns out of 2015. Last played for the Bills in 2022, but his NFL career comes to a close after 8 seasons.
I mean, it comes back up that he's the all-time leading rusher at the University of Miami. Like, that's a legacy, historic program that's had some really good running backs come through there. And it's Duke Johnson. I got excited when Duke was drafted. I think somebody we thought could get out in the pass set, run the football. Yeah, I instantly think of the Baker Mayfield get off this train comment when Duke wanted to trade, put the trade request in, and Baker came back with, if you don't want to get on this train, then get off, that kind of stuff. I think about it a little bit. Congratulations to Duke on a great career. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, he played 8 years, made some good money.
Yeah, he was fun to watch.
Lifetime got the pension, got the insurance, all that. Congratulations to Duke. Wish him well, in chapter 2, so to speak.
All right, well, yes, Netflix yesterday, or last night, I should say, aired The Roast, the greatest roast of all time with Tom Brady. Special guests included Kevin Hart, Julian Edelman, Rob Gronkowski, Drew Bledsoe, Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft, among many more. But you did not watch any of it yet.
No, I have. My wife and I want to watch it, so we're going to watch it together. I just got snippets. Kraft and Belichick kind of mending the fence. The line from Brady about the NFL spent $20 million to try to find out if I probably allegedly deflated the footballs. They should have just given me $20 million, and I would have told them that I did it, which was pretty funny. The thing where he got pissy with Jeff Ross about the Robert Kraft massage.
I don't think he actually did.
Okay, like,
people were making, I think, a bigger deal.
Everything they make fun of Pete Davidson's father, who passed away at 9/11.
What I
like
noticed,
every day, Hernandez was brought up.
What I noticed yesterday was Matt was on Twitter. People were talking about, oh my God, they're gonna get canceled. I can't believe they brought this up. I'm like, guys, this must be your first roast because this isn't even half bad as some of the roasts I've seen.
It's not even roast. That's comedy.
Yeah.
That's meant to be comedy, where almost anything is
That's
fair
cancel
game
culture nowadays, though. How
well,
people are
I
afraid
know,
of
but
it.
then, like you said, don't watch it. Don't watch it. And the other thing, people have an issue with disassociating.
Yeah.
They cannot disassociate that Aaron Hernandez killed a person, had a lot of problems, but they're going to make a joke about it. It doesn't mean that them making a joke condones what he did. It doesn't mean that something that was said over here, done over here, condones what OJ did. Jeff Ross showing up in the OJ Simpson jersey. It's comedy. That is it's meant to be wide open like that. And I think probably for Netflix, it's a big win, dude. It was trending all over Twitter. They got Belichick. The other thing was the roster. You and I nailed a lot of the people that were there, right? You wanted Bledsoe. You wanted Belichick. You needed to have Gronk. Edelman, which I saw somebody tweet about Julian Edelman, and they didn't know that he was kind of that personable type of guy. Shout out to Hayden Grove of Cleveland.com. They go, he must not be on TikTok. I guess he's some TikTok guy.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Yeah.
He's got some comedy in him.
Right. Tigers have released their city jerseys. They're exactly like the Pistons city jerseys. Motor City. What they are. Guardians are next, by the way. Yeah, Guardians get our city ones next. Like, we'll do that next. So are they wearing theirs tonight? It must be. Tiger City Connect uniforms. Not bad. They're pretty good. Not bad. Not bad. I'm excited to see the Guardians ones, though. So we'll get to that coming up.
All right. Are we going for 3 in a row? I think so.
I think we are.
Yeah.
Hit it. Grid! All right. Up, down, left, and right. You know how it goes. Our statistical category, please.
Super Bowl champion.
All right. So
Not Randy Moss.
Real quick here, buddy. So yesterday I did the Immaculate Grid just practicing yesterday, and if you scrolled or when you first open it, the rules, some of these rules we did not know.
Like what?
Like when they do 1,000 yards in a season or 5, it must be with that team. You and I were going back and forth saying we didn't think it was that way.
Oh.
No, it has to be with that team. So we've been dancing with the devil a little bit there.
So it could never be, and I'm not even trying to make a joke towards the Browns' expense, but since this is Super Bowl champ, it would never be Browns matched up with it because no
Brown has ever won the Super Bowl.
with the Browns.
Right, with the Browns,
Okay.
right? And I don't know about the Super Bowl champ thing, right, obviously, because
Yeah.
you got to see it. All right, let me start our timer. We have some that we can easily lay out. Go!
All right, Jets. God, we got to go back. Joe Namath.
Joe Namath. Broadway Joe.
Did he play for the Chiefs too, though? We can figure out someone else.
I think he did.
But who else are you gonna name for Super Bowl champion with the Jets? You know.
See, that goes back to somebody like that had just been there. No, he went to the Rams. So we're good. Joe Namath, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. Or John Elway, but I know people in this town hate John Elway, so good Peyton. Wait, Peyton doesn't work for the other one, right? No. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, let it rip. All right, here we go. Big picture, what are we feeling here? Big picture. Man, nothing's jumping out. I'm running through some of the quarterbacks here. Uh-oh. Not off to a good start. I'm already diving into kickers. Chase McLaughlin, I don't think...
See, I just need to focus on the one. Give me one to focus on.
All right. You're on Buccaneers Chiefs. Go ahead. Buccaneers Chiefs. Blaine Gabbert.
For Buccaneers Chiefs?
Yes. Blaine Gabbert. Okay. Damn, I think Blaine Gabbert actually works for the Bucs and the Vikings too. Damn. It's all right. All right. Yeah, man, nothing's really like, it's not like a big quarterback. There's not like a big wide receiver. Stephon Diggs going down Minnesota doesn't work for either one of those.
Broncos Chiefs. There's got to be one.
I'm sure there is one, but
one that we would get.
Yeah, Tyrann Mathieu, no. From my Chiefs players. Keyshawn, Jets, no. Chiefs, I don't think the Vikings.
Oh, Chiefs, Jets.
Yeah.
Mecole Hardman.
Okay. All right, we're in there. Good. We can try to finish out Broncos, Chiefs here. Oh,
Did
man.
Nick Foles ever play for the Broncos?
I don't think so.
No?
No. What about... Man. Trying to go to like other backup quarterbacks because you would... God. Man. We are in the blender right now with this. All right, let's flip over. Let's just focus on the Vikings. Let's rip through some Vikings players. I feel like Minnesota always just somehow gets. Dalvin Cook? No.
Wait, yeah, the Jets.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Good call. See how the grid just puts you in this, man? See how it just puts you in there? All right, good. Vikings, Bucs.
Case Keenum ever played for
Case Keenum, Broncos. Broncos, Vikings. Case Keenum, Broncos, Vikings. Case Keenum, 100%. 100%.
All right, two more.
Now, Fitzpatrick. Did Ryan Fitzpatrick ever play for the Vikings? Did Josh McCown ever play for the Vikings? I know they both played in Tampa. That's a tough one. KC Denver. Does Chad Henne work there? I know he played in Kansas City. Did he play for Denver is my question. My gut says no. I think I'm forcing that one. Henne, Dolphins, Jags, Chiefs. So no. Again, I think, oh man. Joey Sly? I always go to him. Kicker.
Man. There's some Vikings, like Randy Moss, obviously.
No, that's not going to work there. Cole Beasley ever play for the Vikings? I don't think so.
Adam Thielen? No.
No. Glennon, Josh Johnson. Fournette, no. Damn.
Doug Martin? I don't think he played
The
for
muscle
Vikings.
hamster? Isn't that what they called him?
I don't think he played for the Vikings.
I don't think he ever played for the Vikings either. Just check the Twitter comments. See if our guy Charles says something here for us.
Let's see.
I'm getting a text. Nope, not about it.
Charles ain't.
No?
No.
Damn, man. All right, we're on our own today. I mean, I feel like
Jameis Winston was never on the Vikings, right?
no, I don't think it's a good poll. Yeah, right. I like your mindset there. No, don't think so. Vincent Jackson, remember him? No, I mean, if we had to rip something, I would probably rip.
Josh Johnson.
I would probably rip Fitzpatrick
For which one?
for Vikings Buccaneers.
I don't think he played for them.
I don't think he did either.
No.
No. Played for a lot of teams, buddy, and not those two. He doesn't work for the other one either. Damn. All right, just rip your final guess here.
Chiefs Broncos.
Yeah, best of luck. I don't know. I have no idea. Got nothing.
I don't know. I'm just ripping it.
That's fine. All right. Started getting a little cocky. Only 61. I mean, that's not a lot.
So this is
Yeah.
Vikings.
Yeah.
Buccaneers. Randall McDaniel.
No, yeah, nothing.
Josh Freeman.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. I wouldn't have guessed
Yeah, I'd probably wouldn't. That's deep.
Kyle Rudolph.
Oh, that's right. He did go there
But then other
to
than
Tampa.
that, I mean-
Yeah, that's a deep cut there.
Yeah,
All right, that's a tough one for us. Final one that we missed. Denver Chiefs. Yeah, not much. All right.
I mean,
Not much.
Jamal Charles, duh.
When did he go to Denver?
He played on Denver. I remember him.
All right, I don't remember that.
Pete Noah.
Oh, we should have gotten that one. Damn it, you're right. We should have gotten
Kyle
that one.
Orton.
I should have gotten Kyle Orton. That one ticks me off. The other one, not so much. This one, we should have got some of those. Should have got some of those, but it is what it is. All right, diving back into the Cavs. There's the grid for the morning. We got time up coming up as well. When you think about where the Cavs are at and the mentality of this team, Mike tweets us, Peyton Hill is Chiefs Broncos. Yeah, good tweet, Mike. Good tweet. I should have seen it. We should have gotten that one. That's a crappy one. I wanted to talk about the mentality of the fans right now because I look at it from this standpoint. They did what you asked them to do. Was it as pretty or as perfect as maybe you would have expected? No, I completely understand that. But I don't think anybody can deny that at the bare minimum, you asked the Cavs to win their opening round series. They did. Ryan, do you think that it's becoming overwhelming? The Donovan Mitchell, JB Bickerstaff, Darius Garland, like the other stuff. I feel like Cavs fans are having a really hard time compartmentalizing and pushing aside the other stuff that's going to inevitably happen. It's Thanos. It's inevitable that it's going to happen about Donovan with his future, JB's future, Darius Garland's future, Mobley out, all this other stuff. I feel like Cavs fans are having a hard time putting that aside. And when I think about this series that had so many ups and downs, people are really just the lows are where you feel comfortable for some reason.
Yeah, I mean,
how the season went, all this other stuff hanging over, I don't know.
I think it's a mixture of an abundance of things.
Yep.
Most notably, I'll start with the fact that the Cavs pretty much threw that last game in order to play the Orlando Magic, their preferred opponent in round 1, and it took them 7 to beat them. Barely beat them, but that's whatever. And then the fact that outside of Donovan Mitchell and a few glimpses here of Evan Mobley and Darius Garland, nobody around Donovan Mitchell looks very good whatsoever at all.
And the thing is, it's still the people are defaulting to. Okay, here's a great question. Is this Cavs team truly who they are? Or do we feel like they're playing above their standard? Because I am of the mindset they're actually playing below standard. And that's the difference. I feel like for some but Ryan, I feel like some people are saying, no. This is really who the Cavs are.
Well, it comes down to what do you see the ceiling, the true ceiling of an Evan Mobley being? What do you see the true ceiling of even somebody like George Niang? Like, do you guys think do you think Niang is salvageable? I don't know if he really is.
The thing is, for right now, because I'm glad you brought that up. Here's the actual crux of the issue too. I'm talking about right now. And the salvageable George Niang conversation is, can he be salvageable for next year? Or like he's here on a multi-year deal. What are you going to do? I'm more of like, can he help me win tomorrow night? And I get the same thing. It creeps on me too about Cavs are going to be looking for a head coach. What's Donovan Mitchell going to do? Where could potentially they trade Darius Garland? All of that is here. It's in the back of my head. I'm worried about tomorrow. I'm worried about, is George Niang and Max Strus or Donovan Mitchell or Darius, are we going to win tomorrow? That's it. And I don't feel like fans have jumped on that.
No, they haven't. It's because nobody expects the Cavs to really compete with the Celtics, and I can't necessarily blame them. I mean, I'll still be rooting, and I still think that there's a chance they do somehow play the Celtics better than the Magic because of how matchups are in the NBA.
Right.
Especially without Kristaps. It's just, I feel like it's hard for fans right now after what they saw in the first round to really expect them to even kind of put up a great effort against Boston.
Well, the thing is, then what can they do to suffice? Not you.
And that's the problem.
I'm asking the people. What can they do to suffice you?
I don't think anything outside of beating Boston.
That's
it. Really is.
That's it. So to do that, people are. It's like they've already played the games,
right?
Like they already know
it's LeBron
the inevitability.
It's LeBron watch. That's what they're on.
Okay.
I don't even mean it to be like.
I know, but I would tell everybody to stop LeBron watch. It's not happening.
Well, it's not stopping anytime soon.
It should stop. It should. Please go ahead.
It's everywhere.
Stop
It's everywhere
right now because it's not happening.
It's even starting on national television now.
That's because it's LeBron, and they're trying to drum up. You know, they fired Darvin Ham. Of course, that was going to happen. You knew that. I heard Chuck Rippon.
JJ Redick is getting thrown.
Is he going to announce that on the broadcast? He should. He should totally announce that when they go to a pregame hit. Announce and jokingly take the headset off or something. Leave Doris and Mike to do it themselves. It's got to be his job, right?
It's just, that's really weird.
It fits a lot of what LeBron would want as head coach, I think.
But I mean, a picture of this telling somebody this 20 years ago. Yeah, your new head coach is going to be the guy that has a podcast with your best player.
Yeah.
It's weird, right? Yeah. And we
talked
about JJ Redick coming into Cleveland, and potentially players would have a level of respect because he's out of the media. He was in the media. That's even to another extreme.
Would you take Darvin Ham for the cap? No,
no,
I probably wouldn't either. No. I probably wouldn't either. And then I get that people are having a tough time disassociating that because you're worried about. Here's the thing: it's actually a level of positivity for Cavs fans. Our expectations are championships. It's not just winning a first-round matchup. It's not getting to the Eastern Conference Finals, which is nice. You have the ultimate goal of getting back to what it was with LeBron. Now, we'll never get there. 4 straight finals, I don't think that's ever happening again. But you still have that, and that is maybe what is gnawing on some people. When in reality, enjoy the ride, man. enjoy the ride out there. Just know that it's not going to be perfect. You are the dog in this series, bro. I think I saw it on Tipico. Like, they're minus like 300 to win this series. Talking about the Celtics. Like, you're a big dog in this. Win a couple, play it out, see how it goes. And again, last question tomorrow. Is it all gravy? Do you feel like whatever the Cavs do here is bonus? Well, that'll be our 2 for Tuesday tomorrow. I'll tell you that right now, 9 a.m. tomorrow, same time, same channel. We'll do that tomorrow. It's all gravy for me. So I can enjoy the ups and downs of it. And the thing is, I'm guarding against the downs, where even if it goes really bad, so what? You did what I asked you to do. You already did what I asked you to do. You got out of the first round. Did you exercise the mentality demon? Did you exercise the physicality demon? That's another great question. This series against Orlando, not only did we want to win it, and that was a lot of people's ask, the other ask was, did you fix some of the problems that you had against the Knicks? I'd say you did. Yesterday was about mental toughness. And specifically, Donovan Mitchell showed up. Jaren Allen didn't play, so it's not like you could grade him on that. But maybe the mentality, I would say they passed that. They passed the tests that I've asked them to do. So now what I'm going to do is give them an even harder test. And if they fail it, they fail. But at this point, they've done what I've asked them to do and exercise some of the demons that I needed to from that series last year. They did that against Orlando. We'll see what we got against Boston. All right, we got a time hop. I said it's a jam. Jam with a lot of non-sports things, which is interesting as well. Couple of movies that we'll get to as well. We got time hop, and we got our bracket of the week, which I'm very excited about. It was opening weekend for a very important thing here in Northeast Ohio. So we'll do that as part of our bracket this week. We'll remind everybody of our boost and our contest going on, and we'll announce a winner for our t-shirt. We'll do that when we return. We got it all for you. Fontana Show, big play. Stay with us.
Well, how do they know I'm doing this? Did somebody leak this out?
It's social media.
Oh.
It's just that's the way social media works now.
I thought maybe you were just running that yap.
Welcome to Big Play, a sports media team that started back in 2014, and now we're not in a garage. Look at us, incorporating some of Cleveland's favorite sports personalities, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland. Coming to you live from the shores of Lake Erie and Burke Lakefront Airport, join Team Big Play for all the best sports talk in Ohio. Check us out on social media at Big Play, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland.
Anthony Schlegel, just how physical he was. You saw the girth and the power and everything he was bringing to the table, especially when he was a nice beefy 255 playing middle linebacker.
We were called soft last year. You don't want to be soft, especially when you come to the playoffs. So that's going to be a process throughout this season of establishing us as a harder team here in the
How does an Ohioan build the perfect parlay?
Who's got something? Big guys looking for long odds. The kids in Columbus are covering better than anyone, and at even odds. If it's even, I'm leaving. Listen, our championship DVD starts today, all right? Dude, I just got an invite to a Cincy playoff watch party. Shut up. Cincy, State, Cleveland, the perfect parlay. I'm a genius.
For the best odds on Ohio sports, bet with your cojones.
It is Spanish, dummy.
Bet with Typical Sportsbook.
I don't buy into this nonsense, this conspiracy nonsense that he's got his money and he's dogging it. That's ridiculous.
Show been doing a lot of time hop. Like I said, I got a lot of non-sports things to time hop, which is always a lot of fun. Then we'll announce our t-shirt giveaway. We'll remind people of our Tipico boost and a chance to win some tickets, go see the baseball team, and we'll get to our bracket. Welcome back, Fontana Show, right here on Big Play. We're streaming YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Matt Fontana Show. Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. Those are the 3 places we stream live every morning. You can also follow us on Instagram at Matt Fontana Show. For all the reels, let's get to it, including 1 year ago today, Bronny James committed to USC. And I said something about Chris Holtmann at that time. Of course, I played out with Chris Holtmann. But Bronny out. He's going to the draft. I don't think he's going back to college. I don't think there's any way. I've heard Brian Winters say he feels like Bronny's going to go to the draft. Read the tea leaves on where he can go to get to play with his dad, what that might all look like. Can he get him to the Lakers? But I think Bronny's pretty gung-ho to go start his professional career.
So. He'll be a late first-round pick by the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You think so?
Cleveland Cavaliers.
I got bad news for you, buddy.
Oh. Second-round pick.
Not unless you're getting something back for Darius Garland over there.
A second-round pick by the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of first-round picks coming up. So at least we're not the Suns. Is it the Suns? They don't own their own. They don't control their own pick until 2030.
It's not.
Best of luck. And then Booker wants out and Kevin Durant wants out. So we'll see how that goes. Also, this day 1 year ago, the coronation of King Charles and Queen Camilla. It was obviously the first time in 70 years that they had somebody else take over. Now he's sick. It's kind of weird. Monarchy.
And they're all old, right?
Well, it's not even that. It's not even Prince William who eventually will take it over. It's like his kid. Who's next in line after that? Line to the throne. Hang on. Line to the throne. It's his kid. It's his oldest kid.
I'm surprised monarchy.
So once Prince William takes over, then Prince George. What is he, 10 years old?
Yeah.
10 years old? And you better live this life, man. You better go to school. You better join the army. You got to do all these things because eventually you're going to be running countries. And it's not even just the United Kingdom. It's Australia. It's everything else that they own. Crazy time. Crazy. I'm kind of with you. It's a little shocking that monarchies are still a thing. But they had that 1 year ago today. So see how that goes for the next one. This day, 2015, Cavs beat the Bulls 106-91. It was the Eastern Conference semifinals. It tied it at 1-1. LeBron had 33, Kyrie with 21, and James Jones had 17 off the bench. Talk about Suns. 17 off the bench there for James Jones. This day, 2015. This day, 2014. Excuse me. 2014. Kevin Durant gave his MVP speech, which I think, as far as sports speeches go, probably one of the better ones. Probably a pretty good one there from Kevin Durant this day, 2014. I got to check the date on this. I think it's right. But this day, 1998, Steve Jobs introduced the iMac, which was the first personal computer. I guess Apple was not doing well. They needed something, so they basically came out the iMac.
Sounds good to me.
Are you Mac or Apple? Or
Mac
or
is Apple.
I'm sorry. Are you Apple or
Windows.
PC? PC, yeah. PC Mac is what I'm trying to get to on.
You're asking, no, it's Mac or Windows.
Okay, fine. Mac or Windows?
I'm Mac.
I'm Windows.
That's Windows, yeah.
Yeah, I'm all Windows. My wife is Apple, and she asked me kind of fixing. I can't do anything. I am Windows all the way. This day, 1997, the Hartford Whalers left to become the Carolina Hurricanes. Everybody loves the Whalers jerseys, the hockey team. The Coyotes have left. They're going to pick some stupid name when they get to Salt Lake, but Hartford Whalers, man, that was a sick jersey. This day, 1997, the Rock Hall class that year, the Bee Gees, Buffalo Springfield, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, the Jackson 5, and Parliament Funkadelic all made it into the Rock Hall. This day, 1997. This day, 1987, this is for my dad, Mario Andretti set the single lap speed record in Indianapolis, going 218.2 miles per hour. We're getting ready for the Indy 500.
So what is that? How fast does the F1 go?
They'll go but they're never on an oval. F1 never just does an oval. They always do street courses, but if you really let them open it up, I'm sure that they would go much faster than that. Like NASCAR, when they're on the super speedways, they'd go a lot faster. They put a restrictor plate on the engine so it doesn't go so fast, because if they went so fast, the cars would go flying off the track.
I saw a picture. I didn't realize Granted, I'm not a NASCAR guy in the least.
Oh,
bit.
you see the close finish yesterday that we were talking about?
No.
Oh.
I didn't realize how steep when they...
Talladega,
when
33 degrees, yeah.
I didn't realize that it was like they're literally almost going sideways.
If you stop, the car would just fall off.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Though, there's only 2 tracks like that, Daytona and Talladega, because they just go, they're on the throttle the entire way around the track. You know, a lot of times you got to like slow down to go into the corners and turn. They call it a super speedway because you are mashing the gas the whole time. You're just going as fast as you can around. So they had to put something in the engine to reduce the horsepower, because if they weren't, they'd be going 240 miles an hour and flying off the track and accidents and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Now, Indy, the same thing. They've put things in place to kind of damper the speed a little bit, but you go 200 around Indy the whole time.
Yeah,
It's pretty much where it's at. Now, Formula One, again, they're never on an oval. They only do road courses and stuff, which, again, they were in Miami, which was a little fun to watch yesterday. This day, 1982, Gaylord Perry became the 15th player in baseball history to win 300 games. We've run through that. Verlander will get there, and then nobody else is going to do that for a long time. Nobody pitches enough. Everybody gets hurt. And, you know, you got to be pitching at 20 years old to have even a shot at it. Not going to happen, but he did it to say 82. This day, 1961, Alan Shepard became the first American to go into space. Ryan's an anti-moonlander.
No, I've educated myself now.
Oh, you have? So
Yeah.
so they did land on the moon?
I'm convinced now.
What made you flip?
Just these podcasts I've been listening to.
Oh, okay. They never lie on podcasts.
I'm a changed man.
All right, there you go.
I'm man enough to admit I educated myself and I changed
nothing
my
wrong
opinion.
with that. I'll never yell at somebody for educating themselves. All for it. This day, 1960, Dwight Eisenhower signed the Civil Rights Act of 1960. What's the longest you've ever run? Have you ever done a 5K, marathon, anything like that?
No.
Okay, in the running world, today was a big day when Roger Bannister, do you know who that name is? Do you know what he's famous for? Roger Bannister.
It sounds very familiar.
This day, 1954, he ran the first ever sub 4-minute mile. Sub 4-minute mile. You ever see the pace? Not even him doing a mile. Do you ever see they put the people on the treadmill that runs the pace of these people that run the marathons and just destroy? I'd fall over.
Yeah.
I'd fall over. And they got to do that for 4 hours or whatever it is to take. What's the mark of a marathon? Wait, didn't somebody just run a sub? No. What's the word? Somebody just ran. Was it a sub 2 marathon?
Sub 2-minute mile?
No.
I was like, is that the Flash?
Somebody ran a 2-hour marathon. That's what Kelvin Kiptum. He set a record of a 2-hour, 35-second marathon at the Chicago Marathon a year ago. Yeah. But again, like like when they put him on the treadmill of what Kelvin Kiptum runs for 2 hours.
Yeah, it makes no sense. I'd be
it's
maybe
insane.
2 minutes.
That's absolutely insane. Do you know about the Hindenburg?
Yeah.
Exploded? Did it say 1937? You're going to go down like a Led Zeppelin. That's how Led Zeppelin got their name. 1915, Babe Ruth hit his first career home run. You want to hear a funny thing? He also pitched 12 innings in an extra inning game and lost 4-3.
He's also playing against milkmen.
Yeah, that's how it goes. But Babe Ruth hit his first career home run this day, 1915. This day, 1868, Martha Jones became the first African-American person to receive a U.S. patent. She invented a machine to husk and shell corn and was granted a U.S. patent this day, 1868. Very happy birthday goes out to the great Willie Mays, Martin Brodeur, Jose Altuve. No.
Why would you say that?
I just said. Angel Reese, Chris Paul, Meek Mill, George Clooney, Orson Welles, Rudolph Valentino, and Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Yeah, hell yeah, Bob Seger. Celebrating some birthdays today. All right, 3 movies for you today. First up, I will tell you that 2 of these movies have a common thread. You could probably guess what these the common thread is. We start 2016, a compilation movie. There's a lot of people in this movie. Can you guess what genre?
comedy?
No.
What do you, like a documentary?
2016. What was that the height of for movies?
2016. What was that the height of for movies?
What were the 2010s dominated by? What kind of movie?
What do you mean? Like, I don't know. Like a genre?
Kinda, yeah.
I can think of like Harry Potter.
Okay, no, okay. Another step. They made a bajillion of these movies. They made all a bunch of money.
Oh, Marvel?
Marvel.
Oh, okay.
2016.
2016, then that would have been Civil War.
That is correct. My favorite Marvel movie. Seriously.
It is.
It's
a good
you
one.
get Black Panther and Spider-Man?
Yeah, that's true.
Come
it's a
on.
good one. It is a very good one.
Civil War, hands down, is my favorite one. I know people don't like, oh, they fight and all that kind of stuff. Great story arc, great comic book arc, I know. Like, Civil War is my favorite one. All right, so with that being said, I go back to 2011. This was one of the introductory movies. The first movie for this character.
Then that would have been... So if 2008 was Iron Man, right?
Correct.
And then 2009 was Hulk.
Correct.
2010 was Captain America.
Correct.
So 2011 would have been Thor.
That is correct. Didn't live up. I don't know, something about Thor. I didn't like Dark World. Ragnarok.
Ragnarok's good. Dark World's
not bad.
Absolute butt.
Yeah. And then what was the second one?
Dark World.
No, when Thor... So then they made
went,
4.
It was Thor the Dark World.
Yeah, which sucked. That's
Thor
right.
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Which was great. And then Love and Thunder. Which
Love and
which
Thunder.
was also not very good.
Yeah, not good. That's it. That's exactly right. That's exactly it.
One more Thor movie coming out, by the way. And then it's his last one, I think.
He's got to be done. They're all done. I don't know. I'm sure they talk so much about the fatigue and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know what their future is for that. I need to flip over and get a little Batman though, is what I need to do. All right, next up, our final one. So this one, okay. I was looking this up because technically the date wasn't right, but it was released in the United States this day, 2005. I remember watching this movie in class because they like, you know, in school is what I mean, because they thought that this was an amazing, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a reflection of our society or something like that.
The Giver?
No, 2005, an ensemble cast: Sandra Bullock, Don Cheadle, Matt Dillon, Jennifer Esposito, Brendan Fraser, Terrence Howard, Ludacris was in this.
That's not Hotel Rwanda.
No, it was like a episodic thing. It all started with something that happened to somebody's car.
Someone's car.
Oh,
Crash?
Crash is correct.
Yeah.
I have not watched it since I watched it in school or whatever.
I haven't even seen it or read
it. It's like
it.
the family.
But I know it's like a famous book.
Right. There's like... Right, like Brendan Fraser's married to Sandra Bullock, right? And then the car accident, like, I don't know. I haven't watched it in a long time. I have not watched it in a long time. But yes, Crash. This day, 2005. So well done on your movies, Ryan, on that side of things. All right, let's get to it. You want to announce our winner first up for our T-shirt?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? We got a lot of things. We got to do T-shirt, we got to do the bracket, and we got to do our Typico stuff. What do you want to do first? T-shirt it is.
Boost?
Fine. We'll go to the boost. There we go. Typico. Here's how it goes. We are going to do this until the wheels fall off. We are going to do the same boost for the next couple of days. It could end tonight. I don't know. But here's how it works. Go to Typico. For new customers, sign up with code Fontana150. You deposit $150. With that code, you will get 2 $75 protected bets in your Typico account. Here's what we got cooking with Typico. Jump on our boost. Guardians win and a Manzardo home run. Over 900 on the boost. We're going to do the same boost until he hits a home run. So he could be in the lineup, and obviously that'll void if he's not. We're going to keep it going. Now, not only could you potentially win the boost, we are going to give away 2 tickets to a baseball game. You know who. We just can't say the name. 2 tickets to the team that Kyle Manzardo now plays for everybody that bets the boost. For as many days as it needs to go on, as long as it's going, you bet the boost, and you're entered to win a couple of tickets to go see the baseball team. All right? That's simple. That's how it goes. Tipico, code Fontana 150 when you sign up. Deposit $150 and get 2 $75 protected bets. And I'll say this too, you don't have to put that money in. You just want to sign up with Tipico and get the cashback rewards, get on the boost, enter for a chance to win these tickets. You can do all that with Tipico, but just the code is there if you want it. Fontana 150 when you sign up with our friends at Tipico. Ryan, this could all end tonight. Manzardo goes yard. We'll see how inside the park counts too, by the way. Any home run could work there.
That would be crazy.
That'd be funny, wouldn't it? The one guy last week or something like that, his first career home run was an inside the park job.
Remember Tyler Naquin?
Oh yeah, that was a good one too. Oh yeah, that was Usain Naquin, as Hammy yelled it, which was always was great on that. All right, so get signed up with Tipico, get betting with us with our Manzardo boost. We'll see how it goes. Ryan, we do have another giveaway as well.
We do.
T-shirt side of things, our winner,
Charles W. at Browns_dog on X.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We'll be in touch shortly.
We will be DMing you to win the T-shirt. So we'll do that from time to time. We got some cool merch here. Yes, maybe we were the kiss of death to Stephen Kwan. I don't know what to tell you. But that is a T-shirt. Congratulations to Charles. He will get that done. All right, Ryan, our bracket of the week.
Yeah.
Cedar Point is open. Let's go. Favorite ride at Cedar Point?
It's easily Millennium Force.
All right. Hey, I'm signing this out right now. Our big play.
It's got to be between
bracket
just two.
of the week in honor of opening weekend. Favorite, should I tweet at Cedar Point? Favorite at Cedar Point ride. Tweet your suggestions. 16 will fill up the bracket. Comes out on Tuesday. There we go.
I just feel like it's going to be easily Millennium Force. And
is it?
Yeah, it's got to be.
I'm looking. Hang on.
I could probably name every roller coaster in that park.
Oh, yeah. I probably could too. We were season ticket holders like the year after COVID, and then, of course, we just never had a chance to go. All right, so I got a lot of gifts here. Should I do Val Raven? Should I do... Oh, I got a front seat GIF on the Millennium. That's the GIF we're using.
That's one thing I've never done. I want to do that.
Front seat on Millennium, it is a doozy.
Second.
It is. You got to wait, obviously, because that's even longer. Front seat on the Maverick is also awesome. I would say the running is going to come down to Steel Vengeance, Maverick, Millennium.
Maybe Dragster just for the clout it has, but it shouldn't.
Val Raven is pretty cool.
Okay.
I don't like Gatekeeper. Something about Gatekeeper.
Okay.
I don't. Not a huge fan.
See, I'm not the big
Raptor.
Fan. See, I'm not a big fan of the Raptor.
What?
It's fun.
That is nostalgia to my core. If they ever get rid of Raptor, I'm going to cry. I hope they got to remodel a lot of that. They got to take in a lot of stuff. I was sad when they got rid of Disaster Transport. You ever go on that? Is the one inside?
No, I don't.
It was over by where Gatekeepers. They had to tear it down to put Gatekeeper up. They had a roller coaster that was inside.
That's cool.
Oh, it was awesome. I loved it. Oh my God.
You can't forget about
Rougarou. Because it used to be, was it the Mantis, the one that you stood up on?
Yes. Yeah.
I always got off that with cramps in my leg. Yeah. But Rougarou is great. I really do like that one. Iron Dragon. I think no.
It's still
they
there.
redid it, didn't they? I think they redid it.
And then like the Skyhawk, absolutely not.
Oh, I can't. I hate Skyhawk. I hate it.
Windseeker.
Oh, well, Windseeker, Max Air.
Hate it.
I lost my phone on Max Air one time.
Yeah.
I felt it slip out of my pocket. I tried to kick it with my foot. I get off the ride, and the ride operator goes, "Somebody lose a cell phone?" And I was like, "Yeah." They go, "Somebody caught it." I go, "They did?" And they're like, No, it was in 1,000 pieces." And they're like, "I was just kidding." I'm like, "You jerk." Yeah. That so Max Air is fine. Then you got to go back to Gemini. That'll beat you up. Have you actually ever been on the Blue Streak?
Yeah, it hurts.
You get off that.
What's the silver something or bullet?
Oh,
Magnum.
Magnum.
That one's fun.
That'll beat you up a little bit. You want to know the creepiest thing about Magnum is going up the hill and just staring at the parking lot.
Yeah.
That and the same thing with Millennium because you just stare out on the lake to see how far.
My legs.
Magnum will beat you up. Magnum will beat you up a little bit there. And again, we said ride, so it's not just roller coasters. You're right. We're putting the old-fashioned cars have to be in there. It's my wife's favorite ride. She does roller coaster with me too, but we have to put old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned.
Hell yeah, man! The old-fashioned cars. You can put bumper cars in there if you want.
I guess.
What's the one that just goes around really fast? Oh, my God.
Not the Windseeker?
No. It's like you sit in a car. It's like right when you walk in, when you walk straight back.
Ew, I can't go on that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
God, I can't remember what it's some of them are, I think.
Like at an angle?
Yeah. The bucket cars, if you want to go on that. Cedar Point rides. Here we go. Top Thrill, Val Raven, Gatekeeper, Rogaroo, Raptor, Corkscrew. Didn't they get rid of the Corkscrew?
No, it's still there.
Is it
That's the
still
one
there?
that goes right in the middle of the park. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
but I thought they were getting rid of it.
I don't. Last time I was there.
Rides and experiences. I want to go rides. Attraction, rides and slides? Sure. I just want a list of all the rides. Balloon Race, Atomic Scrambler, Cadillac Cars, yes. Cedar Creek. Cedar Point Lake Erie Railroad, that one. Oh, you got to get on the train. Yeah. Corkscrew, Dodge 'em Cars, Flying Race. Hang on. I got to find what that one is. Gatekeeper, Gemini. Iron Dragon we talked about. Magnum. Oh, the Matterhorn. That's it. The Matterhorn. That's what it's called. The one that just goes around. Maverick, Max Air, Millennium. The motorcycles, the Mustangs. The little ones there. Peanuts. Of course, all that. I don't know you could do pony rides there. Oh, Power Tower. I don't like Power Tower. I like going up on Power Tower. I don't like going down on Power Tower. Raptor. Rogaroo. Skyhawk. Oh, do you want to know one ride that you could never get me on? This slingshot thing. You know, the two towers that put you in the ball. No. And I don't consider I will go on most rides. Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. No way.
Like a rubber band that can cut it.
Yep.
Feels like.
Steel Vengeance. Top Thrill 2. Val Raven. Yep. Windseeker. Yeah, I don't like Windseeker either. But that's it. So vote on that at Matt Fontana Show. Or I send it out at Matt Fontana 83. We'll retweet it and get it all going. Quick for your tonight. What are you feeling? We got 2 NBA games here real quick. I forgot. Typico. What do you like?
Who goes tonight?
Hang on. Stand by. I don't have any of my.
Nick, gotta be Knicks Pacers, right?
Yeah, Knicks Pacers are tonight, and then I think.
And then is it Nuggets Timberwolves?
Yep.
Or no?
Pacers, Knicks, Nuggets, Timberwolves.
Who does Dallas play?
They have the Thunder. That starts tomorrow.
Ooh.
So, because that's a weird thing. We only have 4 games. You're only ever going to have 4 games left.
I know,
which is crazy.
That's kind of crazy if you think about it. Cavs are one of the last, what?
8
teams.
There's only 8 teams left. Yeah. All right, Pacers, Knicks, 5.5 on the side of the Knicks. Yeah, probably. And Nuggets, Timberwolves, you want a lock for tonight? Nuggets are winning this game. Get back on track. Nuggets are winning that game. I'm going to take them -5, and I'll take the Knicks -5.
So hammer Timberwolves.
Fade. Go ahead and fade it on away while you're at it, buddy. Go ahead and do it. I could do the imperfect parlay on that if I really wanted to, but nonetheless, that's up. Typico bet place. Let's rock with it. All right, appreciate everybody joining us today. Don't forget Hanford tonight, Big Play Cleveland show with Jensen Lewis and Blake and Greg Williams with Come Get Some, and we'll talk to you 9 a.m. tomorrow right here on Big Play. For Ryan Tyler, I am Matt Fontana. As always, take it easy.
Well, how do they know?